The modern success paradox. In today's world, success is typically measured by visible markers: wealth, career status, fame, or social media influence. From early education to professional life, individuals are pushed to climb a ladder shaped by external validation. Yet, beneath this chase for achievement lies a growing existential discontent. Many successful people feel hollow, burned out, or detached from their true selves. This dissonance reveals a deeper problem. The cost of success may sometimes be the self. Swiss psychiatrist Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, offers a lens through which we can reinterpret the concept of success. For Jung, life's greatest task is not external accomplishment but individuation, the process of becoming one's true self. He did not reject success but redefined it as a journey toward wholeness, rather than a climb toward status. To succeed in life without losing oneself, according to Jung, one must prioritize inner development over outer reward. This video will explore Jung's psychological principles, the self, the persona, the shadow, and the unconscious, and how they apply to personal and professional success today. By integrating these concepts, we can begin to answer a fundamental question: how can we achieve success without betraying our authenticity? Jung's insights are not only theoretical but practical, offering a guide to those who wish to thrive both externally and internally. The true self versus the ego, foundations of inner integrity. Central to Jungian psychology is the distinction between the self and the ego. The ego represents our conscious identity, the I we think we are. It makes daily decisions, navigates social roles, and interprets the world. The self, however, is far more expansive. It encompasses the conscious and unconscious, known and unknown, light and dark. The self is the totality of who we are, and becoming aware of it is the essence of individuation. According to Jung, problems arise when individuals overly identify with the ego and ignore the larger self. In pursuit of success, many people feed the ego, chasing titles, promotions, and admiration, while neglecting the deeper callings of the soul. This imbalance creates psychological distress, even among high achievers. The ego becomes inflated, and the individual becomes disconnected from meaning. Real success, Jung argues, cannot come from the ego alone. It must involve a relationship with the self. The journey toward the self requires humility and introspection. It may involve confronting difficult truths, making countercultural choices, or stepping away from the societal definition of success. But it is only through this alignment with the self that individuals can experience genuine fulfillment. Success without the self is like a beautifully wrapped box that is empty inside. Jung's philosophy urges us to fill that box with purpose, truth, and wholeness. The persona, social masks, and the loss of identity. Another vital Jungian concept is the persona, the social mask we wear to function in society. The persona is not inherently negative. It helps us adapt to various roles: student, professional, parent, leader. However, problems arise when the persona becomes so dominant that it overshadows the inner self. In a culture that values appearances, the temptation to become the persona is strong. For instance, someone might become deeply identified with being a successful CEO, influencer, or academic. Their sense of worth becomes tied exclusively to this role. Jung warned that over-identification with the persona leads to a false self, where individuals live for others' expectations rather than their own truth. While the world may applaud their success, internally they may feel lost, anxious, or numb. The persona has replaced the person. To succeed without losing oneself, Jung suggests we must be aware of the persona and maintain a healthy distance from it. That means recognizing that we are not our roles, titles, or achievements. These are merely facets of our social existence. Through practices like self-reflection, therapy, and honest conversation, we can loosen the grip of the persona and reconnect with our inner voice. True success requires showing up in the world not just as a persona, but as a person. The shadow, integrating the parts we hide. Jung's concept of the shadow is crucial to the process of individuation and authentic success. The shadow contains all the traits, desires, and impulses we reject or deny in ourselves. Anger, jealousy, selfishness, vulnerability, and more. These elements are often repressed because they conflict with our self-image or societal norms. But denying the shadow doesn't eliminate it, it merely drives it into the unconscious, where it exerts hidden influence over our lives. In the pursuit of success, many people suppress their shadow to maintain a polished image. However, this repression creates inner tension and can lead to destructive behaviors, burnout, sudden emotional outbursts, or unethical choices. Jung argued that the shadow must not be ignored but integrated. Doing so involves acknowledging uncomfortable truths about ourselves and embracing our full humanity, flaws and all. Shadow work fosters resilience, self-awareness, and compassion. It liberates individuals from perfectionism and hypocrisy. In leadership, for example, those who confront their shadows become more ethical, empathetic, and grounded. In creative fields, integrating the shadow often leads to greater originality and emotional depth. Thus, success that incorporates shadow work is not only more sustainable but more deeply rooted in self-knowledge. Dreams, symbols, and the unconscious guidance. Jung believed that the unconscious mind communicates through dreams, fantasies, symbols, and intuition. These expressions are not meaningless. They are messages from the deeper self, guiding us toward growth and purpose. In a world dominated by rational planning and external metrics, Jung's emphasis on the unconscious offers a radically different approach to success. Listening to the unconscious requires attention and openness. Keeping a dream journal, meditating, or working with a therapist can help individuals uncover unconscious desires and conflicts. For instance, recurring dream themes might point to unresolved issues or hidden aspirations. Jung believed that ignoring these inner signals leads to stagnation and spiritual emptiness. But when we honor them, we align our actions with our deeper nature. This alignment is essential for authentic success. While career planning and goal setting are important, they must be informed by inner wisdom. Otherwise, we risk climbing the wrong ladder. Intuition, dreams, and creative insights can reveal what the conscious mind overlooks. The job that truly suits us, the partner we're meant to grow with, or the message we're here to share. Jung invites us to trust not only our logic but our inner voice, which speaks in symbols. Success is wholeness, not perfection. One of Jung's most revolutionary ideas is that the goal of life is not perfection, but wholeness. Perfection implies flawlessness, often driven by external judgment and comparison. Wholeness, in contrast, is about embracing the totality of the self, strengths and weaknesses, light and shadow, triumphs and failures. From this viewpoint, real success is not about being the best, but about being complete. This redefinition has profound implications. It liberates people from the rat race and allows them to define success in personal, meaningful terms. For one person, success might mean raising a loving family. For another, it might mean starting a business that reflects their values. Jungian success is inherently individualized. It cannot be standardized or measured by others. This vision also encourages integration, not compartmentalization. A Jungian approach doesn't separate work from soul or career from creativity. Instead, it seeks harmony between different life areas, promoting a life that feels whole and coherent. Success, then, becomes less about having more and more about being more aware, more alive, more true to oneself. Conclusion: becoming who you are. Carl Jung once wrote, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." This simple but profound statement captures the essence of succeeding without losing oneself. In Jung's view, success is not a destination but a journey, an inward exploration that brings outer transformation. It is achieved not by imitating others or chasing trends, but by listening to the self, integrating the shadow, and living authentically. In a world that constantly pulls us outward, Jung's philosophy calls us inward. It challenges us to question the price of our ambitions and to choose depth over image, meaning over recognition. This path is not always easy. It may involve solitude, sacrifice, or going against societal norms. But it is the only path that leads to a success that nourishes the soul rather than depletes it. Ultimately, succeeding in life without losing yourself means living a life that reflects who you truly are, not just who you're expected to be. Through Jung's insights, we can pursue this kind of success with clarity and courage, creating a life that is not only accomplished but also deeply authentic, integrated, and whole.